Welcome back to the Review Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is my review for Warriors of Future. It's one I've been really looking forward to ever since I saw the trailer drop. I knew that we were getting a few weeks later. Netflix acquires these films and then puts their label on it as a Netflix original. It did come out originally not in the UK and the US, but now I guess we call it an original. Is it worth your time? Let's talk about it. A meteorite brings an extraterrestrial life to the Earth. When powerful alien creatures threaten humanity, Commander Sing Lee's elite forces... I'm just going to stop the IMDb synopsis right there. It's nonsense. It's... Let's just go for what this is. Earth has messed itself up again. The atmosphere has polluted, so much so that we've had to create big sky-necked extravaganzas to refix our air, basically to synthesize air so that it's breathable. And then after all of that, a meteorite brings a vegetation life form that grows with water. And so we have to stop it because, as you can imagine, whenever there's a storm, it grows like wildlife does, like vines, but at a ridiculous rate. This film is a mixture of Aliens meets Armageddon meets CGI Fest. And the first thing I should say is that the CGI, the visual effects, are great. The director, who is the first time director directing a feature, has worked in visual effects most of his career before doing this film. And so the one thing that you can go into this thinking, well, at least will it look real? Will I be put in the zone? Yes, you will. It's, I think, an hour and 40 minutes. I would have liked it to be longer. I think it needed to be a 2-hour film because although there is some characterization of where we get some story for the background stories of our characters that we are going along with on this mission to save Earth, to stop it at its core, to stop the plants growing. We have this mission that's A to B. As always, it's almost like the American version. We have a plan to stop it, but if that fails, we're gonna bomb it. That is the structure of always these big blockbuster films. This is the same. This is not to say that it's any different. So we come into this with our core team characters who have an issue with command. Some have an issue with a past loved one. But it's very superficial. There isn't a lot of time given to building our characters. So when there's emotional impact moments, you care, but not as much as had they padded it for 5 to 10 minute sequences just to give us little information on the background stories to make us really care for those characters. That's not to say you don't, but the way the film is heightened with its music and its action sequences, it's really heightened for specific plot point emotional beats, and it works. And talking about the action is filmed incredibly. We have our characters who have a certain like exoskeleton Iron Man type suits, not quite the Iron Man, but close to, more like District 9, that sort of exoskeleton suit with very cool visors, something you'd see out of Splinter Cell. And when we see them fighting other mechanoids, as that's going to be the thing, or a creature feature, the way that is filmed, it's fast, so you kind of see what's going on because they go wide, allow us to see the well choreographed action between the CG. And then when it's really getting close, the camera sometimes slows in an action moment, and we'll often even see the reverse of not just our action moment, but like from a reversed shot as to the impact moment of a particular punch or a knife stab or a head rip. And it's done so well that you really feel like you're immersed into the action, but also you're getting to see everything. Now you take this sort of action sequences and you compare that to Transformers, where it's so close and so frenetic that you cannot see what's going on, and you go, I really want to see what's going on because it looks great, it looks like it's really fun, but I have no idea what's going on. This film adds all of that and you get to see it. And so you have big explosions, big budget set pieces, buildings falling on our protagonist, truck driving sequences with robot mechanoids after them, with fun dialogue moments, some emotional bits, characters that join the team, some stuff is happening back at headquarters. All of it is created a fun time ride. I just felt like it needed to be longer. The visual effects there, the story is basic, but I wouldn't need any more story than what we got from this. The big set pieces look real, immersive. CGI was great. Character acting was awesome. and when you get to the end, you feel like you've earned the big action set piece, and it doesn't let go. It's kind of an action ride all the way through. I know kind of adding character moments would have been padding, but I did need it. There are a couple of moments when character decisions are made that just don't make sense. Someone is bleeding out from a big wound, and you are told to put pressure on it. Then you hear a noise and you leave that wound to go and look for that noise. And even if the noise was dangerous, you as a person looking after someone that is dying from a wound that is bleeding out, and you are saving them by holding your hand on their pressure point, is a weird choice to make in it. Even if you wanted to write that character out, you would have to do it a different way. There are a couple of decisions that our characters make that felt strange, and then there are quite a few plot moments that feel like the characters are under writers' protection. The golden aura of the writers. No matter what happens to you, you will not die at this moment. But there are also consequences, and so you balance it. You go, okay, this is movie magic, so we're not going to allow our characters to die here, but also our audience need to feel like there is some real consequences for what happens. They don't just get a get out of jail free card all the time. So there's a fine balance between that. A fun action adventure ride, definitely up my street, exactly what I wanted. There's a sequence here that gave me an idea that we could either have the sequel, or they're telling me where headquarters might be situated. Let me know what you thought about that sequence. Is it meaning we're getting a sequel, or they're just saying that headquarters is at this place? It was a weird sequence. I didn't really know what it meant in conjunction to the film or the story. I'm going to give this 4. Really enjoyed it. 4 Nicolas Cages out of 5. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.